Should you buy the RTX 5070 Ti? Many large YouTubers who I respect have all come to the same conclusion: no. But I tend to disagree. I think there have been some recent developments that may make this a good purchase. In fact, I believe it so much that I put my money where my mouth is and I purchased one. After 9 years, I finally replaced my graphics card, the old GTX 1080 with the new RTX 5070 Ti. So if you're in the market for a new graphics card, I'm going to outline why I made this decision and why you might want to consider this card as well. Let's talk about what has changed to make this a good purchase. Previously, I had built my gaming PC back in 2017. The total build price was around 2,200 Australian dollars. Back in those good old days, we had two really great things. First, prices would come down every year. Things would get cheaper. And secondly, products would improve. Unfortunately, in recent times, due to the crypto boom and now the AI hype, or as some like to call it, a bubble, we have seen the complete opposite. Prices have absolutely skyrocketed. The demand for AI data centers has absolutely wrecked the gaming market. Many companies are now focused on serving those corporate interests over gamers and just regular people who want to build PCs. So much so that manufacturers such as Micron, who make DDR RAM, are flat out refusing to even build products for us gamers anymore. This has seen RAM prices triple in the last couple of months alone. And there are rumors that Nvidia may go down a similar path. Prices for their top-end graphics cards are rumored to increase significantly, and they're also going to cut supply. Now, these are still rumors to be confirmed, but it's not looking good if you're in the market for a graphics card. And on the other side, the progress or the rate of improvement for consumer-grade graphics cards has been kneecapped so that they don't cannibalize their AI data center profits. In fact, Nvidia just announced they're not even going to release a next-generation graphics card this year. And so now, knowing that there's no improvement to products and prices may skyrocket, after 9 years, I finally think I should just bite the bullet and lock in a graphics card. So why specifically the 5070 Ti? There are 4 factors to consider: availability, price, performance, and VRAM. Many mid to high-range graphics cards are just sold out. That's the first thing. It has to be available to buy, right? And the second is price. Like I said, graphics cards have exploded in price. Instead of $700 for a mid-range graphics card, you're now looking at about double that. For me, my budget is around $1,700. I don't really want to spend much more than that. Which leaves me with a few options. I can go the 5070, the 5070 Ti, or go a bit over budget and get the 5080. Given I want to do 4K gaming on an ultra-wide monitor, I'm probably going to benefit from VRAM. To accommodate that and to future-proof myself just a little bit, I would much prefer to go with a card that has at least 16 gig. That leaves me with the 5070 Ti or the 5080. That then brings us to performance. For a $450 price difference, how different are the benchmarks? There's a great website called User Benchmarks where you can compare 2 different graphics cards side by side. So let's have a look. It performs 20% better, but I don't know if that justifies me going over my budget and spending an extra $450. Given I am upgrading from the GTX 1080, that to the 5070 Ti is a substantial improvement. For the VRAM, the price and the performance that you get on this graphics card, I just don't understand why it gets the hate that it does. I think it's a great card choice. Obviously, I went out and bought one. Now, if you are considering picking one up, I'll leave a link down below. It helps the channel out when you use those. And some things to consider: because prices are so expensive, I can't justify doing an entire PC build because that would cost me around $4,000 to $5,000. So over time, I'm going to incrementally buy the parts that I need and do this in stages. If you're also constrained like that and you're only upgrading the graphics card, there are a few things you need to check. First, you need to make sure you've got an adequate power supply. Going from the GTX 1080 to the RTX 5070 Ti, I found I needed to upgrade my power supply. I was running a 650 watt PSU. Nvidia recommends at least 750 watts to run this GPU. So I went with a 850 watt PSU gold standard with the ATX 3.1 support. The other thing you have to consider is the size of your case. If you're running a small compact case, you have to make sure these new graphics cards will fit. The newer ones are a lot larger and bulkier. I had a full case tower already, so it wasn't an issue for me. And the third thing you have to make sure of is that your CPU doesn't bottleneck your performance when gaming. There's a handy website over here which has a built-in calculator for you. Plug in the graphics card, your processor, and the screen resolution you want to run at, and it'll tell you if you're going to get bottlenecked. CPU bottlenecking happens more at 1080p. If you're using higher resolutions like 4K, the bottleneck switches more over to the GPU. In my particular case, at 4K, I'm going to lose about 16% of the performance, but you can see at 1440p, it's a lot worse at 40% and even 50% at 1080p. So those are just some factors to be aware of. Anyway, that's my entire thoughts on the situation. I think it's a great graphics card, and given the shit show that is the AI bubble and its effect on hardware prices and availability, I just don't see things getting better anytime soon. I think we're gonna just keep seeing high prices, less availability, and less choices until this bubble pops. And personally for me, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I think it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. So that's why I finally pulled the trigger after 9 years. Anyway, that's all I had for you guys today. If you have any questions about the graphics card or things related to new PC builds, let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.